Hello, this is Paul Bo Brookins, and welcome back to How to Play Dwarf Fortress. We're in part 9, and in this video we're going to show you a little bit more about food production, and we're going to show you about bedrooms and some of the other necessities that the dwarfs will need if we can get to that. It seems like we haven't been able to fit a whole lot into each video, but we'll go ahead and start it now and let our guys run around and do their thing. So we can get a move on. As you can see, they're planting up here in the corner. It's a farm plot, and they're planting plump helmets. You can only plant stuff in your farm plots if you have seeds. So those seeds that I brought, that's what he's doing. He's planting them. Which reminds me, seeds are part of your food category. So let's bring all our food a little bit closer to our food production area by making a stockpile. Here we'll show you how to make a stockpile. Stockpile from the main menu is P. It gets its own category. So you hit P and there's different stockpiles you can make. And up here you can see all the different types of stockpiles. A lot of times you'll end up making a custom stockpile, which is a combination of several different things, or just a very limited amount of limited category of items. In this case, we're going to make this a general food stockpile. So all we have to do is hit F for food, and it's going to have every single type of food that's possible. We'll go a little bit more in depth into stockpiles in a little while, maybe 2 or 3 videos possibly. But for now, just know that we can just limit this stockpile to any food that we have. So you hit designate the zone, just like in the designations menu when you're mining or cutting down trees or whatever. See the flashing one, and then you go to the other side and you can hit enter, and it'll make this kind of zigzaggy pattern, and that is your stockpile. It won't put a stockpile. See, I went to this corner, but in these areas right here it didn't put the stockpile because that's a wall and you can't stockpile anything in the wall. It won't designate an area as a stockpile if you can't place items there. So let's go ahead and unpause, go back to this, and now all our idlers should now we have 0 idlers because everyone has something to do. They're all bringing all the food into the fortress now. See, these are bags with some things in them. Those things have to be related to food because that's the only thing that's allowed in this stockpile. They'll bring all the food over here. Later on you might want to bring just booze or just finished meals, prepared meals into a certain area, but you can do that with more specific settings in the stockpile. For now, we just want to have all our food inside and near our food production area, and this will have everything related to food. Basically, it'll have seeds, booze, raw food, and cooked food, and some things that don't seem like they would fit, like rendered fat, things like that. But they needed to put some of the stuff in a category, and it ended up in food. So now you can see the guys bringing them all in. We have a lot of barrels full of milk. Speaking of that, we haven't had anyone build this yet. I don't know if we have anything that would let somebody build this. Let me go ahead and bring up this opportunity to show you Dwarf Therapist, which is something that you will use to check all the jobs that your dwarfs have been using. Oop, that's Steam. Let's bring up the Lazy Noob Pack and go into Utilities, and it's the second one down here, Dwarf Therapist. And you double click it and it'll bring it up. And if the game is open, it'll just automatically load all your dwarfs into it. Looks like a little spreadsheet type thing, and you can see all the skills that your dwarves have in all the different jobs. If there's a little box, then you know that they have a skill. See, there's like a square here. That's one of our miners. And then this is our wood guy. This is our stone guy. And you can see the jobs up here. And it also tells you what they're doing. This guy is storing an item in a stockpile. This guy is constructing a door. He's making a door. This guy is not doing anything right now, so. But the reason that I wanted to load this up is to show you that if there's something that needs done that no one is doing, the best thing to do is open up Dwarf Therapist, and you can add somebody to this tasks. We don't have anyone doing the majority of these cooking / miscellaneous things regarding processing food, this category. So I'm going to go ahead and take our farmer who does farming, tanning, butchery, brewing, and cooking, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on all of this stuff for him, just because he's going to be doing that type of stuff. Let me go ahead and add our glorious leader here, the guy who has a whole bunch of random stuff assigned to him. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on some of these for him as well, because he isn't doing anything right now, and we need him to be productive. He probably will be productive later on, but for now we can go ahead and turn on all these kind of miscellaneous ones. This one wouldn't hurt either. Furnace operating. The people who are idle, I usually give a bunch of random tasks just so they can have something to do. It's not like I'm a slave driver or anything, but these guys don't like sitting around. They actually lose happiness if they're just sitting around. So you want to have them moving about all the time. Sometimes you just don't have enough things for all your dwarfs to do, but that's okay. As long as you're making an effort to keep them occupied and give them fun stuff to do. That's fine. I'll go ahead and minimize this, leave it open here, just so we can go back to it if we need to. So now that I have that, I'll go ahead and resume here, and let's see if somebody comes along to build this workshop. Yeah, see here, this guy came along, and now he's building this workshop. The whole reason I wanted to go ahead and get that done was because we need to go into this using Q for building the building menu, and we'll add a new task, and we're going to make cheese, and we're going to make all the cheese that we possibly can make out of all that milk that we brought along with us, so we can empty out those barrels and make some booze in them, fill those barrels full of booze. Later on we'll build some more barrels, or we'll build some pots, which are the stone equivalent to barrels, but for now we're just going to want to empty out these so we can use these. So if you want to make all of something, if you want to do an action in a workshop until it possibly can't be done anymore, you can hit R when you have that selected, and a little R will pop up beside that job. That just means you're going to repeat that job. All your dwarves are going to keep making cheese until they run out of materials to make cheese with, and at that point it will close out this job, and that'll be the end of it. You can move on to the next item if there's something underneath it, but this just says keep making cheese until you run out of things to make cheese out of, or some other problem happens, like you don't have somewhere to store the cheese or whatever. So you can do that. Also, if you decide that you want the dwarfs to work on something else, you can hit S. You can suspend it. So this job is still here, but they're not going to do it until you unsuspend it. So that's another setting that you can have in any workshop for any job. You can either put it on repeat or put it on suspend. So here comes that guy. He's going to take some cheese, and he's in the workshop turning it into, or he's going to take milk and turn it into cheese. And the other guy's still farming. He's filling up this farm plot. See how our miners are doing. They got this hallway all the way dug out, and if we keep going down, 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 down. Alright, they got the entire stairway dug out, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I like to lay out the bedrooms, since we're going to have the proper furniture for the bedrooms. We'll go ahead and go down from the main stairway to maybe 6 or 7, 8 levels. The dwarfs like to have their bedrooms away from all the hustle and bustle of the main section of the fortress, so I like to put the bedrooms relatively low down in the fortress, and usually I'll use maybe 1 or 2 Z levels for each different type of task. I won't necessarily keep branching out and making the bedrooms branch off of the workshops and whatnot. I'll keep all the bedrooms together on 1 Z level for the most part. I'll kind of make the fancier bedrooms for our nobles and all that good stuff, sometimes in another Z level, but for the most part we'll keep it all together. But it actually looks like we're out of time for this video, so in the next video I'll show you my general layout for building bedrooms, and we'll show you how to place furniture in those bedrooms, and we'll continue with our food production. But until next time, go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Comment if you have anything to say to me, any criticisms or comments. And my name is Paul Bo Brookins. Until next time, we'll see you then.